I'm here in New Zealand in Central Otago, but actually I'm in a sub-region called Lake Wanaka, and beautiful alpine region. It has to be one of the most beautiful vine-growing areas in the world. I'm at the vineyard and winery of Rippon with Charlie Mills, one of the owners. Her family owns the estate. Just did an amazing tasting, loved the wines. I'm sure that the view added a few points, but actually the wines are amazing, and they're made from biodynamic grapes, which is important. So, Charlie, explain a little bit maybe the character of your wines and what you're really trying to do here, because this is really a unique place.
Sure. Well, it's for us, it was very important, the soil, the historical, we've had the land in our family for 100 years, so it's very important that we look after the land, and then also when my father planted vines was to carry that on, to have something to produce that reflected so much of what was in the soil, the climate, the view, and to essentially put it into a bottle and to be enjoyed.
And it's the soils are schist because you have this. It's a glacial lake. It's so you get that sort of flinty minerality in your wines.
Yeah, very clean and reflective of the climate, of seasonal changes and all that kind of thing. Sure.
But probably some people would think, well, how can you grow, actually grow vines here? Because it's really at an extreme. And with that lake, it looks like we're in Switzerland or Switzerland, just against the Alps, or even in the Tetons in Wyoming or something.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's very marginal, and when my father first came up with the idea of planting vines here, everyone said that he was completely crazy, and laughed him down, but he persevered, really believed in that it could happen, and 30 years down the track, we've just celebrated 30 years this year, so of wine growing, despite it being a marginal area, that it can work,
And I know your mom also lives in Burgundy,
yes.
So of course she knows what great Pinot Noir is. And do you make that comparison, or do you think you have something very different here?
I guess we've got a strong affiliation with France. Nick did a lot of his training, training in France. Spent 4 years there, so definitely influenced, and through the biodynamics as well. Strong, influences there. But we're essentially, there's a unique area, and unique style, unique wines,
And biodynamics, why are you interested in pursuing this way of taking care of your land and growing grapes? What interests you with biodynamics?
I guess for that exact reason, for caring for the land, so that is. We've been here 100 years, the family have owned the land for 100 years, so that it's here looked after for, we're custodians, to be looked after for the next 100 years, and to instill that. So that we're not manipulating, I guess, so that it is expressing exactly what the soil to the glass is, that there is, and looking after it.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks again.
Thank you.